Mayor Adams in D.C. today meeting with federal officials about the migrant crisis.
All right, this comes after his last trip was abruptly cut short when the FBI raided his top fundraiser's home. Chris Welch joins us now in studio. And Chris, no disruptions this time?
No disruptions this time, but it remains to be seen exactly what the trip may accomplish. He's been meeting with Democratic leaders in the Senate and the House today, as well as at least one White House official. But as for the president himself, it appears a meeting with him not going to happen.
Headed to Washington, D.C.
The day began a lot like it did back on November 2nd, with the mayor posting a video to his social media telling New Yorkers he was planning to meet with congressional leaders and White House officials. Except this time, he followed through. He met with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries to share, once again, his feelings on the migrant crisis in New York City.
New Yorkers are angry. I join that anger.
Adams said he pushed for policy change at the U.S. border, and he met with FEMA administrator, former NYC Commissioner of Emergency Management, Deanne Criswell, whom he called a partner in a subsequent tweet, writing, "She knows what we can do, what we're up against, and what we need. Federal aid and a decompression strategy at the border." But at a 4-minute press gaggle, when he was asked what specifically he's hoping to get by meeting with other New York Democrats in Washington, he demurred.
We're going to sit down with both Democrats and Republicans and state that we're going to need a real policy at the border.
Every level of government needs to be doing more.
Josh Goldfein is an attorney with the Legal Aid Society.
Federal government needs to be supporting New York City and also supporting people who it has admitted to the United States by helping them work.
Adams was also set to meet with Tom Perez, the former DNC chair, now a senior advisor to President Joe Biden. But in terms of a meeting with Biden himself, that did not appear to be on the agenda. The mayor has previously said he hasn't met with Biden in a full year.
Every time I come to D.C., look forward to seeing the president, and we're going to continue to want to sit down with the president and have a conversation over this.
The mayor did not answer shouted questions about whether Biden declined a request for a meeting, instead ending with a greeting on the first day of Hanukkah.
Listen, guys, Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa.
I tried to get more clarity from the mayor's office regarding whether they asked for a meeting with Biden and were turned down. A spokesperson traveling with him would only say they're not going to discuss private communications with the White House. Steve, Natasha, back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you.